Hi, this is Mayori, Solstice Coaching, and this is a short video where I will guide you through some self-regulation exercises that are all about freeing up the belly and the pelvic floor and the perineum and the sacrum, creating room for our diaphragm to be, for our organs to be, so that we can find a little more ease and space. Let's see, we're going to start with releasing the belly, big Buddha belly. So take a moment. You can do this sitting down or standing up. Please listen to your body, to what it needs. Nothing is compulsory. Everything is an invitation. If something doesn't feel good, you can either change it or stop it and make it work for you. Okay. So come stand up or sit down. If you're standing, see if you can bring your feet about hip width apart and bend your knees just slightly. That'll help release the belly and the pelvic floor just a little bit. If you're sitting down, see if you can find a nice tall spine with your sits bones touching the chair or whatever you're sitting on. And then take a moment to bring your hands to your belly and notice what's going on in the belly here. Are you tensing up? Are you completely relaxed? Is there some, uncomfortableness? Does it feel a little bit dull and not very alive? It's very common. So if that happens, don't worry. This takes time. So give yourself time to develop the relationship with your belly. So rubbing the belly a little bit and then seeing if you can pull your belly in towards your spine. So tensing the belly and noticing what that does to the rest of your body, and then releasing the belly. Big Buddha belly. So the invitation here is to allow your belly to be big, round, and full, like little kids that are running around with these big old bellies. They have lots of room and very little tension a lot of the time. As we get older, because of all sorts of factors, cultural habits and judgments and who knows what, many of us carry a lot of tension in our belly. So the invitation here is to do kind of the countercultural thing and to release that belly. So let's pull it in one more time and then release. And last one. Pull the belly in, tense your belly. Notice what that does to your breath, the rest of your body, and then release. Okay, now invite your belly button to dance a little bit from side to side, in and out, moving around, and just notice. Imagine the organs playing a little bit. And then pooch your belly out as much as you can. Big, 6 months pregnant, sort of big. Like pooch it all the way out and then release. And pooch it all the way out and release. Okay. So that was the belly. Now we're moving on to the sacrum. Big broad bone in the back of the pelvis. It's connected to the tailbone and the spine. And when you feel those two little nubs here, that's part of your sacroiliac joint. And so that sacral bone's right here is a nice little triangle. Imagine that you have a big, beautiful peacock tail growing out of that bone. The sacrum is a place, the lower back, where we could easily hold a lot of tension. And so freeing it up and finding some movement and some softening can help with releasing. So you can have your hands on your back or just drop them by your side, whatever you want to do, but let's move that tail around and wiggle a little from side to side. You can imagine swishing that big, beautiful peacock tail behind you. Enjoy showing off those feathers. Yeah, full spread, like big, beautiful feathers. and notice. You can also do this sitting on a fitness ball if you have one of those and want to kind of roll around. And just notice, see how that changes as your belly is softening and your sacrum is softening. How does that change how you feel? Okay, and then releasing, slowing, noticing your body and your breath. You can close your eyes if you like, don't have to. And notice what's different. How did that change how you're feeling right now? And then we'll move on to the third one of these in this little series, and that is relaxing the perineum. So the perineum is the area between your anus and your genitals. And we have some muscles on the outside of our pubic bone, or our pubic bone and pelvis, pelvic floor. And there's some muscles on the inside of that pelvic bowl, that big, beautiful bone that we have, that are all kind of working together. It's the muscles that we use in order to kind of hold up when we need to go to the bathroom, or a Kegels exercise, or when you tense up and you get really scared. And this is a place where many of us tend to hold subtle levels of tension as life gets a little more challenging or stressful, or there's pressure. And developing some awareness here can be very, very helpful with releasing low levels or high levels of anxiety, stress, tension, feeling ill at ease, and even depression. For me, it's very connected to depression. So it's also, I also think of it as kind of our gateway, our way to connect to the earth. Let's take a moment and tune in there and see if you can tighten up all of those muscles, whatever you can tighten here in the bottom of your pelvis. Tighten up and relax, and then tighten up and relax, and tighten up and relax, and notice how that changes, or how that relaxation effect ripples through your body. And so creating awareness here can go a long ways. Noticing on a day-to-day basis if you are tightening up, and then encouraging a relaxation. So what are you noticing? And sometimes you can notice something happening in your jaw and the back of your throat as you relax the belly and the pelvic floor, and see, is there any connection there for you? What supports your organs in play? How does ease in your sacrum and your lower back affect your spine and your body? And do you feel less tension in other places, like along your spine or up in your neck? Just an inquiry. Okay.